morning, how are you today? Okay, before we start our lesson today, let's pray together. Finish? Next, let me check attendance. Please answer presence or here or I am. Okay, Tika, Aksa, Zara, Bayhaki, and the last Katsa.
Present.
Finally, we meet again. Before we start our lesson, so I have something for you guys. Sekarang, I have emotion card that you can choose according to your feeling today. Okay? I think after you are choose the emotion card, I think you are is very happy today. But how about you, Kansa? Why you look so sad? Everything alright?
Yes, ma'am, but I feel sad because my father is in Japan to finish his work for 1 week.
It's okay, Kansa. I know your feeling. But just pray for your father is fine and can meet you as soon as possible. Okay, are you ready to start our lesson today? Ready? Okay, after this I have video that you can to watch this video about biodiversity.
Biodiversity is a term that represents the total variety of all life on Earth. That's a big thing to sum up. Thousands of different wild habitats, millions of different species, billions of different individuals, and the trillions of different characteristics they all have. The total biodiversity of our planet is immense. Which is a good thing, because the more biodiversity, the more secure all life on Earth is, including ourselves. Only when life is at its most varied, vigorous, biodiverse, can we hope to thrive. We may not know it, but we need towering forests across 1/3 of the land surface to lock away carbon and keep the climate stable. We need millions of pollinators and billions of soil organisms and megatons of plankton to keep the food we eat in supply. We need strange plants deep in jungles to create our medicines, and coral reefs and mangrove swamps to protect the coasts we depend upon. Our planet's biodiversity provides all the things we need for free. But it will only do so if there's lots of it, and at the moment it's under attack. In the last 50 years, our activities have dramatically reduced biodiversity across the globe. We've snuffed out habitats, reduced populations of wild animals by 60%, and even driven whole species extinct. The number of lions in Africa has dropped by 65%. The number of individual flying insects in Europe has dropped by 75%. The number of bluefin tuna in the Pacific has dropped by 95%. Biodiversity is dropping everywhere and fast. This is catastrophic for nature and therefore ourselves. We talk about climate change a lot, but biodiversity loss is as important an issue. How do we stop this loss of life? How do we ensure that biodiversity, our planet's vital statistic, begins to increase again? In fact, we already know exactly what to do.
After seeing the video above, what is mean of biodiversity? Yep, biodiversity is diversity of organisms, shows the whole of variation in their species and ecosystem. And do you know guys, Indonesia is a country that has a very high biodiversity in the world. Next, biodiversity have a 3 level. Number 1 is level of game, species, and last, ecosystem. Now, the next I have an example of biodiversity in Indonesia. Example is Rafflesia Amaldi, Cendrawasih, and then Komodo. Do you know Komodo? Now, there is so much biodiversity in Indonesia that conservation is needed to protect it. Example of biodiversity conservation in Indonesia, among others, this is biodiversity conservation of Komodo Island. Komodo Island is a Komodo dragon habitat, ancient reptile remaining on Earth. Okay, I think that's all. Any question, guys? No. Okay. After this, I have worksheet. Now, so you must look for example of biodiversity conservation in Indonesia other than that you have shown earlier. After this, you will explain about your research one by one, okay? Are you finished? Okay, if you are finished, let's start our presentation today. And we start from Kansa. Please explain your worksheet. Okay, let's go.
Hello, my name is Kansa. I want to explain about example of biodiversity conservation in Indonesia. There are Gunung Merapi National Park, Ujung Kulon National Park, Nurriski National Park in Sulawesi. Thank you.
Okay, good job, Kansa. Thank you so much. And the next, I have games that you can do at home for today's learning evaluations. Okay, guys? So I feel like the learning time will be over soon, and so today we have learning about the meaning of biodiversity and then conservation of biodiversity. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, and I think that's all. Any question, guys? No question. Okay. Now, before we end our lesson today, so let's pray together. Finish. Thank you for your participation today. So see you next time.